So I'm joined by Zelli and Yannick of the incredible Paleface Swiss, uh, powerful force in modern metal, I have to say, and a band that I think should definitely be on a lot of people's radar. They've recently dropped their new single, I Am the Cursed One, and it is an absolute belter alongside the deluxe edition of the record Cursed. Now, I want to
Yeah.
start by talking about the single, if that's all right. You'll have to excuse me, I'm very, very red, I've just noticed.
Oh, please, I'm
I am
always, don't worry.
uh, so talking about the new track, I Am the Cursed One, which is an absolutely brutal song. I am absolutely here for it. Now, what was going through your heads when you were actually writing this, and what does the title actually mean to you guys personally?
So, well, that song, funny story, funny story. So we produce our music with a man called Flo. He's the vocalist of a band called Landmarks, and he is known for being always late. And and we as Swiss boys are known for being always 5 minutes too early, right? So at one point where he has his studio, like we have a key to his studio. He lives in the south of France. We have a key to his studio during the time when we were recording the album. We were always there at least an hour before he finally arrived. And we just started writing down riffs and ideas that we had in our heads in that 1 hour in the morning before he arrived, right? And it was never meant to be a song or whatever, but we still felt inspired after finishing the album. So we were like, you know what? You know what would be funny? To write a song that has been made out of riffs that were only written because Flo was always late every morning. And since the song was so much fun to write and everything, we wanted it to be a celebration and like for everything that we are able to experience right now. And a thank you to all the people, to all of our fans. They call themselves the cursed ones. Um, and I like that term, I like that name. It's a thank you for all the people that are supporting us. It's a celebration for this whole cursed cycle, celebration to our biggest headline tours that we just done and stuff. And it's just this song connects so many memories, so many good memories, and so many fun times that were. It's just whenever I hear the song, whenever I see the video, it's always like, yeah, it's amazing what we can experience right now. The video has been made during during the headline tours, like with every day of the tour, something new got added to that video, right? So it has all been a very fun and a really real process, this whole video and this whole song. So yeah, it's connected to a lot of good memories, a lot of good people, a lot of fun times.
Cool. Do you know what? I really like the fact that by in an indirect way, you're encouraging producers to be late so bands can write a new song almost. So
Right?
I kind of dig that. Now, the tune, it's kind of like a visceral call to arms almost. And like I can sort of see that through the video, which is very much shots of like the live shows and everything like that that's going on. What were you sort of trying to evoke emotionally from your audience with this track?
We want everyone to feel as welcomed and as loved as possible, even though it's a really aggressive track. I just want the people to know that they have a place where they can be themselves. We are all welcome. Everyone should be able to be themselves and should be able to have fun and be appreciated for who they are, kind of. And which is with that song, which just wants to make, even though it's an aggressive song, I want the people to feel better after listening to that song and watching the video. I want them to feel like they have a place where they can go and they are accepted the way they are, kind of. That's what we want to what we want to achieve with that song, because we feel like we as a band can do whatever we want and can do whatever makes us happy, and our fan base appreciates whatever we are doing as long as we are happy with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we want to give the people that feeling back, especially with this song. That was the whole idea behind it. So
Well, I mean, you've definitely come across with that, I have to say. And again, I love the video where it's all, I've always loved those sort of live shop videos. And it kind of reminds me of my happy place. I've always described myself as a social introvert. Love going out, love doing stuff, not a fan of people, but that for some reason, big fan of being in like that pit. So
I
um
perfectly.
now I did want to ask as well, like the Curse one is a huge contrast to the song River of Sorrows,
Yeah.
which is much more slower, melodic tune. Um, where did this sort of come from? Like the like, how do you go from one extreme to the other almost?
Because why not? I
We
mean,
just
That's a
love
good answer.
we just love all of it. We just love the I love soft music so much. But we also love expressing ourselves in the most extreme and aggressive way possible. So it's like I just want to do both in order
yeah,
to be
we doing
balanced and happy.
we're doing parkour with the song. We do
Do
whatever
you
we
know?
want, whatever feels right for us.
And we also want to show the people, hey, there's no fucking drawer you can put us in. It's literally whatever we feel like it, we want to do it. And you either fuck with it. And if yes, we're super thankful and happy for it. And if not, I'm so sorry, but there's more than enough bands out there that you will find your own taste in. But
Definitely.
just want to
So,
jump to wherever is our happy place at that moment, kind of.
amazing. See, I love how Yannick just described it. It's like our parkour, and I'm just like, that's the best description I've actually heard. And I don't write music, but if I did, I would be stealing that as a way of like describing something for sure.
Yeah,
I'm gonna try and work it into my own lifestyle somehow.
yeah,
Now, that particular song, it was a collaboration with was it Ron Darius? Darius? Again,
yeah. It
terrible with
was
pronouncing.
the acoustic version of that song is a
Yes, yeah.
with Ron there. Yeah.
How did that collaboration actually come about?
So Ron is one of our very, very closest friends, one of our very closest members of the family, whatever you want to call it. He is our tour manager. He wrote the whole record with us. He produced everything. He co-produced everything. He is my, so to speak, vocal coach. He teaches me how to sing. He's like my big brother. Basically, he's my big brother. Not like my real brother, but he is in my life like my big brother. He has his own project going on. He's always been a musician, um, in some kind of way. So
And he also wrote River of Sorrows with us.
with
Like he
yeah
he he wrote the main riff, kind of. Like
together
yeah.
with like I was in one room with him and we just figured this whole chorus out together. And he was there from the very beginning when it, like especially with that song. So it felt nothing but right to he taught me how to sing this song. So it felt nothing but right to have him collaborate with us on the acoustic version.
Yes.
And yeah, he's been without him, honestly, we should be so thankful for so many things that he did for this band. So yeah, it's kind of a thank you, Ron, for being here with us. Please jump on this acoustic version with us and have fun with it.
Ooh. Now, you've sort of answered this question to a degree with like Yannick's description of a parkour style of music. Um, but there's sort of an unapologetic raw energy to your music overall. Now, when you're writing music, do you ever sort of find yourself sort of forcing a repetitive nature to it? Like, you've got to hit a certain beat, or do you find, just channeling how you're feeling at the time as a way of writing it? Because as I said, you sort of answered this already, but
I feel right now we're, in my opinion, we're focusing a bit too much on the perfect song structure kind of deal. Like normally we would always have weird ideas in our heads and we just glue them together and whatever comes out comes out. But as of right now, we're trying to push ourselves to the next level when it comes to being a songwriter. But that means that we have to write better music in terms of like we have to think about what we're doing. And as soon as we manage this, I want to add the typical Paleface vibe of just try weird things out, but make the weird things sound even better with the knowledge that we gain, right? So we're taking different steps in order to come back to where we feel good and happy and blah blah blah. I hope it makes sense.
It does make sense. I was wondering if my question made sense to you actually, because I went off on a weird tangent. It was very parkour, let's say.
I hope I answered your question and
I
not
think
just
you did.
Okay, good.
I think you did. Now I skipped past a question that I wanted to ask, just following up from the collaboration with Ron. If you could actually collaborate with anyone on a specific song, you know, one of your previous songs, perhaps, who would you love to actually collaborate with?
I would love to have a female collaboration, maybe
Okay.
Tatiana from Ginger or
Oh, hell
Alicia
yeah.
from Arch Enemy, whatever, or how's she called? Courtney from Spirit Box, maybe something like that.
That'd be cool. Definitely.
Or
Ah, there we go.
that's the only answer for me, Billie Eilish. I just want to collaborate with her. That's my biggest goal in life, and then I'm happy.
Do you know what, weirdly enough, like I've never thought of this before, but a lot of people have said they would love to collaborate with Billie Eilish in the rock scene, and it kind of floored me. And then I started listening to her stuff, going,
Yeah.
I can see that she could do something quite metal, I think. So that'd be kind of neat.
I'm a whenever people ask me to do a collaboration, I really hate when bands trying to go out of their way and write a really heavy part, which they usually don't write, but they would write that part only to have me as a guest vocalist. I'm like, that's not what I want to do. I want to go out of my way to present my vocals in a different kind of way, right? I don't want if you're an indie band, I don't want you to write a heavy part for me. I want you to write an indie song and I want to present my vocals on your song, right? So I am a big fan of doing collaborations with people that are not in the heavy scene and take their vocals and
Right.
put it on a heavy track.
Right.
I love that. I think that's so much more cooler than I think the vocalist, like the guest, should adapt to the style of the band and not other way around because that's so much more interesting for everyone involved. It's so much more fun for both sides, in my opinion.
I like the way you put that actually, because I think it negates from the creativity if you're trying to make someone fit into a box like that. So I think, I fully agree with you. Now, you're actually bringing your brutal live shows to the UK for Bloodstock very soon. I think I was going to say next month. We're not in July yet, in August. Now, what can we expect from your show? And do you prefer, you know, a festival stage to that of inside a venue where it's a bit darker and more, I suppose, intimate? What's your preference when it comes to that? Or not necessarily preference, I guess, but what are the pros and cons to each in your mind?
I love festivals because of the vibe. I just love festivals so much. When it comes to putting on a show, obviously a club show is so much nicer, but I'm a fan of like theater stuff, light shows and blah blah blah. I love all of that, like the visual stuff as well. But at the festival, it's all about the vibe. You don't even have to bring a backdrop, and people will still go fucking crazy and just have a good time because they're here for the music, they're here for the vibes, they're here for beer and to just lose their shit, right? And I love both of it. I love the vibe and just party and just good times and just raw music. But I also love putting on a real show. On a festival in the afternoon, let's just get drunk and have a good fucking time and great music, honestly.
And since it is a flight show for us, we can't bring any production, so
we just go there and rock.
We just go there and bring our energy, and that's basically it.
Yeah,
cool.
And that's how I like to treat festivals. Just bring the vibes, bring the energy, bring the guitar and the drums, and that's it. Rock and roll. I like that. So
it's simple, it's perfect, and that's what we're all there for. I can get down with that completely. In fact, I'm trying to remember the band. I want to say No Effects, but it wasn't them. But they're like, "Do you like our backdrop?" And it was literally a tiny little towel with the name written on it because they couldn't be bothered to do the whole thing. And I was like, "Do that, Paleface Swiss, just a little towel at the top." You know what I mean? Or just your Billie Eilish t-shirt.
That's also sick. You know what I did? Like we played one flight show and we weren't able to put a backdrop there. I'm like, hey, we didn't bring a backdrop, but you couldn't read it anyways because it's a stupid fucking black metal logo that we're having. So who the fuck cares, right? We didn't even read it. So yeah.
Now, you'll have to correct me if I'm wrong here, but I believe you guys formed initially in, was it 2017? Is that right?
I prefer to say 2018 because it was literally like November, December 2017 when we were like, hey, let's do a band. But we started doing the first couple of things that you do as a band in 2018. But 2017 to me sounds wrong because it was literally like 3 weeks of that year that we actually started.
Got you.
So in the beginning of 2018, we kicked it off.
Right.
Cool. Now, in the grand scheme of things, then, like you're kind of a young band in that regards. And you're growing in popularity. Do you find that your interaction with the fans has become more challenging as a result as your popularity has risen?
I feel like people understand and appreciate the fact that we are the same stupid idiots in real life than we are in the internet. So whenever people don't want to see us or meet us because we're such mysterious persons, or like I don't know what kind of deal they know, like people should know the way I'm talking in the internet is the way I'm talking to people. I'm literally the same fucking person. So there's no surprise, no whatever. So when people approach us, they would always be like, most of them are like super, they just want to give us something along the way. Like they just want to say thanks. They just want to say what the music makes them feel or whatever. And 99.9% people just want to give us a really heartwarming message, which makes me feel so good, which is so nice to hear. And yeah, it's challenging in a way. I want to listen to everyone, but it's impossible. It became impossible to listen to every single voice because there's not enough time, and there's by far not enough energy to listen to every person. It takes a lot of energy to listen to people. But luckily enough, every person just wants us to feel good, which is nice, and I'm thankful for it.
Cool. Now, I do want to ask, because I always find this quite fascinating. You have just released, Cursed, the complete edition, as an album. Now, as fans, we've sort of evolved how we consume music. I can just go on Spotify and listen to a track here and there, and quite a lot of bands have actually built quite a large fan base without ever releasing a full album. Now, I'm still old school. I still like having like an album to listen to, even if it's on a digital format. Do you feel full album releases are still necessary in the day and age that we live in? I know how I feel, but I'm fascinated what your views are on this.
Maybe you old vinyl collector.
Of course, I'm on your side, kind of. I love albums. I think it's a must do for a band, but in the world we are living now, I don't really know. I think it's a yes and a no for me. There are many things that are that are that I don't know how to say that. I don't know. It's a yes and a no for me.
Yeah.
Singles are very or the most the best thing for a band because there's just one song with a music video kind of, but an album
it just completes the
yeah,
storytelling.
Right.
I mean, if it's not a concept album, you can literally just put out singles and create a playlist with all the singles and that's it. But we're big fans of concept albums, so for us, it should be a front to back journey that takes you somewhere else. And I still listen. Well, I'm kind of biased. There's some artists I only listen the best of playlists.
Really?
And there's some artists I only listen to specific albums. For example, Thrice, I only select the few albums that I really love. But Kings of Leon, I just go through all of it, like all the songs. So
it's a tricky question, I find.
Yeah, it is. It is. We will continue putting out albums anyways, just because we love it.
Yeah, right.
And that's also the only reason. The only reason why this complete edition. Did we answer it already? No. No, we haven't talked about the complete edition at all. I wasn't sure if we talked about it in the beginning or not. But the only reason why we put out this complete edition is was we have 3 singles out there: Please End Me, The Gallow, and Best Before Death. And since the release of these 3 singles, people always ask us to put them on a vinyl. They want to have a physical copy of these 3 singles. And you cannot release a vinyl with only 3 songs on it. People will be like, "Ah, that's a fucking scam," or whatever. Like you're just ripping off money for like buying a vinyl, which costs the same as every other vinyl because the process is the same. But it's got only 3 songs on it, so it's people won't buy it. And there was the 3 singles. There was 2 different versions of the song River of Sorrows. There was a brand new song, I Am a Curse one. We were like, we have this 5 or 6 things laying around. They were made in the same kind of time frame as the whole album. So we were like, you know what? To please everyone, let's just put everything on one huge fucking vinyl. So for us, this feels the complete thing. Everything that we wrote and did within this time frame isn't one single thing. But still, we wanted to put out Cursed first, as it is, because we wrote that with the intention to write a record, an album. But everything else kind of is in the same family of Cursed. So we were like,
Definitely.
let's just put everything together, release a new thing, so people have everything they ever asked for. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So albums are still very important, but more because of we make an album, we make a new piece of our career, kind of, right? It's just fun to do.
Yeah. Well, you just completely anticipated like that question that I was about to ask next, so I'm skipping past that one. But it is interesting. I mean, like you can probably see just over there, that's my my physical media. And it was the closure of my local record store that sort of forced me into the download generation, because although I could order from Amazon, there was always something special about going to the record store and getting, flicking through things and getting that album. And I sort of got forced into the digital generation. And then through COVID, I suddenly realized I didn't have a physical CD player anymore. I don't even know how that happened. So yeah, I've been sort of forced into the download generation, but I still have a thing about full records. So I'm glad you agree with me on that.
Yeah.
Now, I've just got a couple more questions left. You are playing quite a few, you're playing like festivals throughout Europe at the moment, and it is festival season. So I want to ask, if you could put on your own festival over 3 days, who would those 3 headliners be?
You do 3, I do 3.
Okay.
Double festival. You're doing the Metallica thing with like 2 nights. Well, 6 nights in this instance. I
Yeah.
like it.
So one of them. Oh.
I've not broken you guys, have I?
No. So one of them is Slipknot for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Other one is Billie Eilish for sure.
Perfect.
Eclectic, I like it.
What about Ghost?
Oh,
No.
yes.
For me, it would be Ghost. One night.
Okay, I said 2 already. So Ghost is mine. Slipknot and Billie. Ghost.
Of course, Creator.
Are there a headliner?
Yeah,
It's your festival. You can make him a headliner.
True that. Fucking Paleface.
Exactly.
Fuck it. No, no.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's Ghost and Creator.
And the third one?
Halloween.
Halloween. Let's
Halloween
go.
for you. It's either Kings of Leon. No, fuck it. Skrillex.
Skrillex.
Good call.
Perfect.
There we
Now-
go. Slipknot, Billie, and Skrillex.
We have the whole Paleface genre inspiration
Yes.
in one festival.
Now I feel I put you on the spot quite heavily there, so I feel I'm going to do the same here. What would you
I
call it?
love stuff like that. I really love stuff like what's your
Amazing.
whatever. But yeah, keep going. What's your
Oh, you want to know what my headliners will be?
yeah.
Oh, that's a tricky one. Well,
Well.
I would say Black Sabbath, but they're playing the UK, and I've got tickets to see them, so this is gonna be absolutely
yeah.
oh yes, and the original lineup. But I'm gonna go the original lineup from the 70s when they were in their prime. Black
Yeah.
Sabbath in their prime. Nirvana, because that was one of my gateway bands, if you know what I mean. And they sort of I got into them, and then Kurt Cobain was off the scene. I was like, oh. Absolutely devastating timing, really, for me.
Yeah.
And third one, I I'm actually gonna go with not Ghost. They headlined Download this year, and it was an incredible performance. Um, Sleep Token.
Good. Good
Nice.
choice,
Yeah.
definitely. Yeah.
But here's a question for you, and it's going to put you on the spot again. What would you call your festival? And I have got a name for you if you're going to struggle with it.
So we had our own little thing going on
Yeah, right.
back in the days called Gallow Fest. But I think Gallow Fest just sounds nice. It rolls off the tongue really well.
Mhm.
But I don't think if people can connect with it too much, or maybe there's some controversy stuff going on. But I would call it the Cursed Fest.
Cursed
honestly.
Fest.
Cool.
Perfect.
Well, as I said, I have got one that I thought about, and I was like, I love that, so I'm going to give it to you anyway. Paleface Swiss.
Pale Fest. Oh, Jesus. Guess what? The only drink you can drink is Indian Pale Ale
Right.
because of the Paleface Pale Ale. You know what I mean? So, yes. That's it. That's how we do it. Love it.
Amazing. Well, guys, I really want to thank you for taking time out to chat to me today. It has been absolutely fantastic. Sorry if I put you on the spot at one point there, but
No, we love
as
it.
you say,
Don't
you
worry.
always like that.
Yes, I do. We do.
Amazing.
Thank you
Guys,
so much for your time.
good luck
Thanks
with the
for-
festivals,
Thank
and
you.
thank you so much. Take care.
Thank
Bye.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye.